Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. In this video, we will be featuring BNB. So now we're going to start in the macro time frame and see where we are at compared to the week end. Now we see that the price action has bounced off the weekly pivot thus far, and this may be providing an area of support and even then demand. But you must keep in mind that the momentum is still declining and doesn't really show any signs of any reversals or bounces up. If it does, however, we do see that support trend line coming down right here, which has supported the price action from the low from the previous huge dip, as well as close to the low here, although it isn't exactly the low, but it's close to a bottoming area here. So with that being said, the stochastic still has room to decline to that support level. That decline can either follow with a consolidation of the price action or a continuation down. But right now we are seeing the price being held up above the weekly pivot, which is a good sign to see. If not, there is a little wiggle space for the 55s to be tested as well, but this could be just a front run test of that level. We see that the 55 EMA also has room to decline. In general, this leg is pretty bearish, but if we look at a larger scale of things, we see that we are still uptrending with a low, a high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and a potential higher low being set in. Now, as we move on to the daily time frame, we see that we've been pretty bearish for the past couple months, for sure. Recently in January, it has been a pretty significant decline, but nevertheless, when we pull out our Fibonacci channel, we see that we've tested the bottom of that channel, which has held support for 4 previous times and may potentially do so here as well. But we want to see how a potential reversal signal is seen either on the daily or most likely on the 4-hour time frame. We see that the EMAs are slightly below, so if we did have a break here, it is likely to see some sort of support or some sort of bounce occur on this daily S3 confluence 377 blue EMA right here. There's also, I believe, a daily level around there. Yeah, daily level from the previous price action as bounce right here, and nothing else for the weekly. But if that does break, we can see the price action fall down to the next level of right around there, 339, 340 approximately. That's also weekly levels. But we will watch this level first and see how it goes, and then consider this if we do continue to break down. We must note that the stochastics have been oversold for quite some time. This still indicates bearish strength, but depending on how we cross up and push up, it may reverse. But right now we can just take it as a bearish signal. So if we go into our lower time frames, we've seen those consecutive bullish divergences occur here, but not much of a retracement, only up to the 0.55, which is what it typically does. Currently we may be seeing that occur again with a low in price action along with a high in the momentum. So we see a clear bullish divergence around these two peaks, and therefore the price action should rise to the 55 pocket, which it currently, you could say, already has. We must keep in mind that the EMAs are still pretty bearish, no signs of converging to reverse this trend. So right now the downwards motion is still pretty strong. So even then, we may see some sort of continuation from here as a lower high before continuing down. It could even be consolidating above this support level, the HS1, but right now it's providing support, which is pretty good. But although that is happening, momentum is still pretty weak, especially with the stochastics rejecting the neutral territory, the 50, and still crossing downwards. So in general, the overall gist is towards the downside. So we want to be playing shorts. If we go, even the volume confirms it based on these peaks or these declines. Each decline, the red candles have these significant volumes, which people are trying to get out of. But we want to see if this area supports. Right now, if we go down to the lower time frames, the 1-hour time frame seems a bit choppy or strange, especially with this pump and dump right here. I mean, you could call it pump and dump, but it was just a quick one right here. Not too sure what to say about it. Momentum is rising, but that could just signify the retracement on the 4-hour time frame before continuing downwards. So even right now with the fib, we could be seeing even a rejection off the 21, or if not, maybe even a rise up to the 55 EMA before continuing down. But right now I want to consider this as the next level of resistance. We don't have it marked on our 4-hour, but this may be the potential level for the next retest, which it has here and potentially again. Right now the 1-hour is still pointing to the upside, so I wouldn't short or find much of a short position here yet. But in general, we want to be looking for shorts, unless of course there is another signal which suggests otherwise. So that's how we'll play the markets. We got to keep an eye out on these key support levels as well as the daily level right here. It also lines up with the HS2, which is pretty nice, but that's the daily S3 area as well. So we want to pay attention to this level and this level if we keep going down. We are also looking for continuation shorts downwards because we are in a downwards trend. But if we do happen to break upwards, then we do want to play the levels. This is the next level of resistance, followed by here, and then the daily pivot, which has not been tested for a while now. But that sums up this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you've learned something from this. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell button right here. Ciao.